Welcome back, everybody. Today's deep dive, well, we're taking a look at mindfulness.
Oh, very cool.
And we've got like a whole bunch of stuff to go through. We've got...
Sounds like a stack.
Yeah, it is a stack.
Yeah.
Wherever You Go, There You Are by Jon Kabat-Zinn. That's like a classic.
Mm.
So we've got a lot to cover, but I think this is going to help people achieve more.
Yeah, and not just achieve more in the sense of, getting more done,
Right.
but like actually getting more out of life.
Right.
Which is something. Mindfulness can rewire our brains, help us focus better, have better relationships, all that.
Yeah, that rewiring thing is kind of what stuck out to me. Like, how does that even work?
Like, what does that look like, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine your brain is like, a muscle, and you can strengthen it with mindfulness.
Okay.
Like when you lift weights.
Gotcha.
And the Mindful Way Through Depression, which we have here, that actually shows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do MRI scans, and they show that people who practice mindfulness, they have more gray matter.
Really?
Yeah, in the areas of the brain that handle like emotions, empathy, making decisions.
So that part gets bigger.
Yeah, it's like, strength training for your brain.
So then you're not just reacting, you're like actually thinking about it first.
You're hitting that pause button.
I like that, the pause button.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I just react sometimes.
I know, me too.
And then I'm like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that.
Exactly.
And that's something that Kabat-Zinn talks about a lot in Wherever You Go, There You Are. Like, he actually defines mindfulness as being present. So like noticing what's happening around you.
Right. Like being aware of what's happening right now.
Yeah, but like for people like me who are like, go, go, go. Yeah.
Like, how do you even do that?
Like, how do you even stop to be mindful?
Yeah. It's like there's so much going on. Like right now I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for dinner, what I have to do later.
I get it.
It's just like...
I know. So that's where stuff like mindful breathing comes in.
Okay.
It's a Miracle of Mindfulness by Thich Nhat Hanh. He explains it really well.
Mm-hmm.
He says by like focusing on your breath, you can actually like anchor yourself in the present moment.
Okay.
Like you're creating this like still point in the middle of all this chaos. And the more you practice it, the better you get at bringing that stillness to everything else you do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know what else I was thinking about? That whole like hidden power thing. Like I feel like when I'm actually present, like when I'm in the moment, I have like better ideas.
Oh, that's so interesting you say that, because Thich Nhat Hanh, he talks about quieting the mind.
Yeah.
And like how when you do that, you actually make space for new ideas.
He says we're always like thinking about stuff, anxieties, to-do lists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like our mind is too full to be creative. So mindfulness is like, decluttering your mind.
It's like you're cleaning up all that clutter.
Exactly.
And then the good stuff can come through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I bet that helps you get more done too, right?
Oh, for sure. Kabat-Zinn and Thich Nhat Hanh, they both talk about how focus and mindfulness, they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're mindful, you're less distracted.
So you're actually able to like use your energy?
Yeah, instead of it going everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you're actually using all your brain power.
So it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter.
Exactly.
Now that's something I can get behind.
And that actually connects to something else. Emotional intelligence. Remember how the article talked about that?
Yeah.
So like for success in life, in work, in relationships, emotional intelligence is super important.
Yeah, but how does mindfulness like make you more emotionally intelligent?
Right. Is it like, you just stop feeling emotions?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
No, it's not about that. It's about becoming more aware of your emotions.
Yep.
Both your own and the emotions of other people.
Gotcha.
Kristen Neff, in her book Self-Compassion, she's got a whole thing about this. She says mindfulness helps you develop this non-judgmental awareness of what's happening inside you. So you can like handle tough emotions without being totally overwhelmed by them.
That makes sense. And that reminds me of the mindful way through depression, like creating space between yourself and your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, exactly. That space is key.
Yeah.
Because then you can choose how to respond instead of just reacting.
So you can think before you act.
Exactly.
That's huge.
And that's really important for relationships too.
How so?
Think about all the times like we misunderstand each other.
All the time.
Or, arguments happen because we're not really paying attention.
Yeah, like you're not really listening.
Yeah, you're thinking about what you're going to say next. Or like replaying some old fight in your head.
And you're missing what's actually happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But mindfulness, it helps you actually listen.
Like really listen.
Yeah, like you're actually present in the conversation.
Okay, I get it. So it's like you're not just there physically, you're there mentally too.
Exactly.
And that's how you actually connect with people.
Yes. That's where the real connection happens.
Wow, this is really making me think about mindfulness in a whole new way.
I know, right? It's not just like a relaxation technique. It's like,
Yeah,
it can actually change how you live your life.
I like that.
Yeah, and, speaking of how you live your life, with all the crazy stuff happening in the world these days, it feels like mindfulness could help with that too.
Yeah, with all the uncertainty and change.
Right.
I mean, even Kabat-Zinn talks about that in the updated intro to Wherever You Go, There You Are.
He does. And the mindful way through depression too. Like they both talk about how mindfulness can make you more resilient.
Like able to handle the ups and downs.
Yeah. It's not about avoiding problems. It's about facing them in a different way.
Yeah, I see that.
So, what do you think? Feeling a little more mindful already?
I think so. And I'm definitely ready to learn more.
Me too.
Let's dive in.
Okay, let's do it. It's funny. We're always talking about, like, achieving happiness.
Yeah.
But maybe happiness isn't about achieving something. Maybe
Yeah.
it's more about just, like, being aware.
Being present.
Like, instead of always chasing happiness, maybe we should just, like, stop and appreciate what's already here.
I like that.
It's like what Thich Nhat Hanh calls beginner's mind.
Beginner's mind.
Yeah, it's in The Miracle of Mindfulness.
Okay.
He says, like, approach every experience with curiosity, like you're seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's hard, right? Like, we're so used to judging everything,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
even ourselves.
Ugh, tell me about it.
It's like we're always criticizing ourselves.
Yeah, I'm like my own worst critic.
I know, me too.
It's like not good enough, not doing enough.
Exactly. And that's where self-compassion comes in. Kristen Neff,
Yeah.
she's got this whole book about it, self-compassion. And she says, like, we need to treat ourselves with kindness.
Okay.
Like the same kindness we would give to a friend who's struggling.
So instead of being mean to myself, I should be nice to myself.
Basically, yeah. It sounds kind of weird, I know.
Yeah, it does.
But, like, what if being kind to yourself actually helped you achieve more?
I never thought about it like that.
And, this whole self-compassion thing, it ties into relationships, too.
How so?
Remember, mindfulness helps us create space between our feelings and our actions.
The pause button.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's so important in relationships.
Yeah, because if you're angry, you don't want to just like lash out.
Right. You don't want to say something you'll regret.
So mindfulness helps you like calm down and think before you speak.
Exactly. And it also helps you understand the other person.
Like empathy.
Yeah, empathy. When you're present, you can actually see things from their point of view.
That makes a lot of sense. So mindfulness isn't just about me, it's about how I connect with other people.
Exactly. It's about, like, becoming more aware of the whole world around you.
Okay, I'm starting to get the bigger picture here.
And, mindfulness can even help us with our work.
Really? I thought it was more about like relaxation and stress relief.
It is, but it can also help us be more productive.
Interesting.
Kabat-Zinn, in Wherever You Go, There You Are, he talks about how mindfulness can change our whole relationship with work. Like, instead of just grinding it out, we can find more meaning in what we do.
So it's not about working less, it's about working differently.
Exactly.
I like that.
And the article, The Hidden Power of Mindfulness, it says mindfulness can help us focus better.
Oh, yeah, because we're less distracted.
Right. Instead of checking our phones every 5 seconds.
No.
We can actually stay on task.
So it's like that mental muscle we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's like we're training our brains to be more focused.
And that can make us more productive.
Exactly.
I can definitely see that.
And Thich Nhat Hanh, in The Miracle of Mindfulness, he talks about these micro moments of mindfulness.
Micro moments.
Yeah, it's like, taking a few breaths before you answer an email.
Oh, okay.
Or just, like, noticing how your body feels when you're sitting at your desk.
So it's about finding little ways to be present throughout the day.
Exactly. And those little moments can actually make a big difference.
I'm starting to realize that mindfulness is more than just meditation.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's about bringing awareness to everything you do.
And that can actually help you achieve more in all areas of your life.
Exactly.
Now, that's something I'm interested in.
You too.
All right, so how do we actually do this mindfulness thing? Like, where do we even start?
Yeah, good question. Like,
Give us the step.
okay, so first off, there's mindful breathing.
Okay.
Super simple, but super powerful.
I like simple.
Me too. So, like, you can do it anywhere, anytime. Even if you're, like, in the middle of a crazy day.
Yeah, those are the days I need it most.
Right.
Okay, so walk me through it.
All right, so you just find a comfy spot. You can sit, you can lie down, whatever feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, close your eyes. Now, just focus on your breath.
Okay.
Just notice it, the inhales, the exhales.
Okay.
You don't have to, like, change your breathing or anything.
Gotcha.
Just observe it.
And what if I start thinking about other stuff?
Oh, that's totally normal.
Because my mind does that a lot.
Yeah, mine too.
It's like squirrel.
Exactly.
So what do I do?
Just notice those thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Don't judge them. Just let them be.
Okay.
And then gently bring your attention back to your breath.
Okay, so it's like I'm not trying to get rid of the thoughts.
No, and I'm
just like noticing them.
Exactly.
And then going back to the breath.
Yeah. It takes practice, but you'll get better at it.
I like that.
And even just a few minutes a day can make a difference. Start with like 5 minutes, then you can do more if you want.
Okay, that's doable.
And you can do it like anytime, right?
Hmm.
Like before work, after a tough meeting.
Okay.
Just like little moments throughout your day.
Little moments.
Yeah.
And you know what else I remember? You were talking about mindful observation.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Like, how does that work?
So basically, you can make anything mindful.
Really?
Anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like even doing the dishes.
Even doing the dishes.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Right.
So how do I do it?
So pick something you do every day, like eating
Okay.
or walking or showering.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're doing it, just like pay attention to all the details.
The details.
Yeah, like if you're eating, notice the colors of the food,
Okay.
the textures, the smells. Like really savor each bite.
So it's like instead of just scarfing down my food,
Yeah, slow down.
I actually like taste it.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
You might be surprised by how much you've been missing. And what about gratitude? I know that's a big part of mindfulness.
It is. And it's so easy to do.
Okay, tell me more.
So every day, just think about a few things you're grateful for.
Like what?
Like, your family, your friends,
Yeah.
your health, a roof over your head.
Like the simple things.
Yeah, the simple things.
I like that.
You can write them down or just think about them.
Okay.
And it actually helps, like, train your brain to focus on the good stuff.
Really?
Yeah, the mindful way through depression, they talk about that.
So gratitude is like a superpower.
It kind of is.
I like that.
Me too.
Oh, and what about mindful walking?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too.
So I like to move,
I hear ya.
Like I can't just sit still all the time.
Yeah, mindful walking is perfect for that.
So how do I do it?
So find a place where you can walk for a bit, like back and forth.
Okay.
And as you're walking, pay attention to how your body feels,
Okay.
your feet on the ground, the movement of your legs.
Yeah.
Notice the sounds around you, the sights, the smells.
So it's like a walking meditation.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, yeah.
And again, if your mind wanders, just bring it back to your body,
Okay.
back to the sensations of walking.
This is all really cool, but what if I try something and it just doesn't work for me?
That's totally okay.
It is.
Yeah, mindfulness is like a personal journey.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong way to do it. Kabat-Zinn talks about that a lot. In wherever you go, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, find what works for you.
Okay.
Experiment.
So it's like, be kind to myself
Exactly.
and don't worry about being perfect.
Yeah, just keep practicing.
Wow, this has been amazing. I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into mindfulness.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you found it helpful.
And remember, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah, be present
Be mindful.
and keep practicing.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Deep Thoughts Podcast. I hope you found insights and inspiration to take with you on your journey of self-growth. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on new releases and exclusive content. See you next time, where we'll continue to help you grow and explore your full potential.